Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in these ongoing meditation sessions, we mainly try to bring some informations to develop our own inner awareness. And we try to bring some inner cultivation with understanding regarding the very basic fundamental qualities of life. So especially why it is very necessary during like this environment. Because as you know, now more than 1.5 years, we mostly depend on these computers, cell phones, TVs, and most of this science and technology more than our human interaction. So day by day, that situation become more comfortable for us. And at the same time that we see this situation not going to end very soon. So it's kind of like this became our new normal. But at the same time, we have to remember there are greater risks keep happening inside us while we more into this algorithm or the science and the technology, and with these social medias and with these videos or the YouTube or this kind of interaction. So we can't change it. And at the same time, we can't just be with only that level of life. So then you have to understand to use all the tools to become a more better person. So that's why the meditation is more important than any other time. So that's why that we have to understand the more than the knowledge, there should be some kind of wisdom we have to develop. Because the knowledge has limits. Wisdom doesn't have limits. So then the thing is, With this science and technology and the machines and the social medias and like these informations, if you become very limited, what will happen? By the very limited knowledge, you try to access to unlimited wisdom. It doesn't happen. So the meditation is a method. Rather than using the very limited knowledge, you start from the bottom line with the wisdom path. So it doesn't matter whatever the knowledge you accumulated and whatever the knowledge that you go through. This path is a more different way of understanding and recognizing. It's more depend on self-centered investigation. That's why it's called another way self-realization, recognizing what is happening in you. But why I mentioned in the beginning, it is a greater challenge for us to get into this wisdom. So with this all the social medias and this all the machines, the very challenge come to us. The one of the most important things, the awareness. When we get into more and more and more, these machines, when you with these machines, one of the things that you lose your awareness. Why? Because the attention you lose. Why we use the attention? Because by this outside, all the consumer product stealing your attention. And it is a one of the huge business nowadays, how they can take your attention. That is what they does. That is what another human beings try to do, to steal your attention. Through this all the artificial intelligence, they attack to your attention. They're stealing your attention. So once it take your attention, you just become like an animal. When the human being lose the attention, just imagine what will happen. So that is why this all the phones, the computers, the TVs, that everything try to take your attention and keep taking. And once it happened continuously, you caught up in something, and just imagine for a day when you lose your attention, you lose who you are. So that is the one of the greatest challenge. So then how you can keep the attention? So the meditation is a method. Bring that attention to yourself. Otherwise, everywhere, when you even go out from these billboards, all the signs, all these gadgetics, everything try to take your attention away. So it is your responsibility how you can keep your attention. And a meditation is a method, you bringing it back to you. Another one is deeply, as human beings, we are disconnecting from other human beings. We become more and more like zombies. Now we are more allergies to human beings. Why? Because now we more, and with the social media, we have this kind of trends on Facebook, and we know people from Instagram, and we follow people from TikToks, And now we have kind of our mind has already a kind of like a network to live with. And then we slowly disconnecting from real human beings. We give more time. We give more attention to this unknown, the people that we follow through the medias. And then by the time what happens? You slowly lose the connection with other human beings, and you disconnect from the community. And when you disconnect from the community, you have no power to keep a communication. When there is no communication, and when there is no community, even at home as a husband, wife, children, friends, and family members, as partners, because when you more into somebody else, when you put your attention when you put your time towards somebody else, even that person not real, and by the time what happens, you become a different person. You don't see it. And then how it can spiritually affect for you? When you don't have the real human interaction, interconnection, communication, there is no way you can have a compassion, empathy, or sympathy. So you lose the compassion deeply. Those are roots that we hold it to these fundamental human qualities. That is where we come from. So once you lose that roots, just imagine, even it is a huge tree. When the roots not hold it to the ground, what will happen? It collapses. So same like ourselves, when we lose these roots, our humanity collapses. So then the people live, but there is no compassion, there is no empathy, there is no understanding, there is no sympathy. As human beings, when we come together, when we meet each other, it's kind of like people feel now they come from another planet. So it's kind of like, it's not even now that the virus is something from outside. Now people take the people as virus. It's not because just we put a mask or we just have the quarantine. No, deeply we are connecting to somebody else. We don't see it. Otherwise, that somehow you find your environment and you keep your connection with each other. But now you are more comfortable with these social medias, and that comfort slowly disconnect you from this other people. So then that's why every day we bring the thoughts, may all living beings, and we reflecting ourselves, because that generate that loving kindness is very necessary now. That will help you at least for a moment to keep that connection with you. Otherwise, by the time you will forget everyone, you will get lost in this social medias, and more and more and more you will spend your time with that. And you have partners, you have your your friends on social medias. Now you have your mothers, your fathers on social media. You never saw that people, but you get thinking, this is my father, this is my mother. And it's kind of like you have the love, and this is my husband, this is my wife. Mentally, you are already in illusion. And you already have social medias, you start to take them as your children. Maybe behind the profile, totally different person. So then that developing that real compassion with the people is very necessary now. So that's why the meditation will bring that ability for you. So that's the second one. The third one is the faith. Deeply we root that, we lose that root also. Conviction, trust, the believing the highest good. That is where the Dharma related. That's why we always, the spirituality, another way, mean you always connected to something better than you. That's where your spiritual practice is going to grow. But when you doesn't have that kind of way to keep following inside you, what will happen yourself? You may go into more decline or downward inside your life. Why? Because now mostly the people start to have the faith towards something already created by the algorithm or by this pictures or the colors, which is not come from reality. And then it affects deeply for your faith. Because what you believe on the screen it is not there. It is just something created by somebody. But you take it as real. And you believe on it. As example, it's a very simple thing, kind of these prank videos. You know, these gold diggers videos, you know. So they kind of like, you know, they're the same people. They already, you know, set up it themselves. They try to make it kind of like real. But there are a lot of people believe that. See, deeply, it's not about just you believe whatever that as real. It affects deeply for you, your deeper fundamental human qualities. You lose the roots. Then what happens? When you start to caught up in that jokes and always laugh, the truth start to disappear from it. It is very difficult for you to understand the truth. Because the mind is always mesmerized, and you are so into mesmerized for the jokes or the prank, which is not real. So that's why the meditation, and even just getting to yourself, observing yourself, and seeing even your own body mentally, reflecting on it, you slowly, deeply connected to the reality. It developed the moment to connect it to something that deeply happening in you, and it will slowly bring that roots to the present moment, to yourself, to hold it to the Dharma. Because when you deeply connected to the Dharma, know thyself, it takes slowly. Mind is the forerunner, and it takes slowly to understand the highest level of human intellect. So we can't change that all other things, other side. But the thing is, what happens? You don't need to get lost there. You have to understand. It doesn't have a way of understanding. It doesn't come from the Dharma. It doesn't come from the truth. It just comes from the very shallow level of human mind created, related to the greed, hatred, and the delusion. That is the thing. It always has the deeper intention. It doesn't matter whoever you are. They have a different protocol from their point of view, which just only self-centered mind govern that all the productions mostly. So then it is your own responsibility. No one going to take care of you. And it by the time, it's little by little now. So you have to speed up yourself to gain that wisdom to yourself, because by the time you will see, no one can help for you. So then you have to have a self-discipline, self-wisdom to understand. So the meditation is a method bringing that ability to yourself. And the fourth one is the ability that you lose. As you know, that through this meditation, through the tranquility meditation and the vipassana meditation, we always trying to build up the analytical mind. So when you have the analytical mind, it develops the clarity and reasoning and logics that you can understand when the situation comes, and that you can get into understand how things come to be as they are. You can develop this logical mind. So, but what happens when you go with this social media, so this artificial intelligence, as you know, the algorithm is a kind of like a method. Develop a pattern. It go with the pattern. And it go with the pattern to track and bring the same kind of method or the rhythm or the information. So once you get into that, it weakens and it slowly takes away that analytical ability. Because what is the meaning of the samsara? Samsara itself is a pattern. And go with the pattern, habitual pattern. If you minimize the same mechanism, algorithm, the same part of the samsara, because it also has a pattern. It never allows you to get into this analytical understanding. And you caught up there. And then maybe once you start to watch something, the same kind of videos start to come behind you. If you search something, the same kind of things come behind you. If you start to read something, the same kind of things start to come behind you. And it makes you more comfortable. That comfort take you out of the reality. And as you know, from thousand years, all the religions, all the spiritual leaders talk about the truth, Dharma. But still, we are not capable to understand what it is. Each and every day around the world, each and every person misunderstanding it. And at the same time, Thousand years ago, when the Buddha came to this world, the very first thing that called the world is suffering. And always this behind this everything, that unsatisfaction. But what happens to today? What happened to us? All the spiritual, all the educational, all the cultural, all the historical evidence even come against you. You still believe, I can make this happen the way I want. All the evidence against you, but still, we don't want to see that way. That is the power of habitual mind. So this all the algorithm and the patterns and the methods will take you to that level. So then you have to remember, there is no one to take you out of it. It is your own conscious mind will help you. So that's why the meditation is a method. Take you to that moment. And when you have this, and you take your own responsibility, you become your own master, you become your own guru. But still, we come here like this to remind you, that's it. Why? Because we need that reminder. Otherwise we're losing this all abilities. Once you lose this all the roots, what will happen? You collapse like this big trees collapse. So don't allow it to happen. So then, whenever you have opportunity, take time. Because you don't need to go against anything. But you deeply need to understand where we are and how we can take care of ourselves. Where you need to put the more attention. And you can't argue with people. You can't go against with the people. Or you can't go against with the society or whatever other people appreciate or whatever other people validate. But it is your own responsibility to take care first yourself. So that is not just egocentric, self-centered mind. Because deeply when you nourish, become rich with the authenticity or the wisdom, you become a person can help other people. Because whatever come out of you always going to be good for you and good for others. So that is that kind of human being we need in the moment and to the future. So then this is the moment we take some few minutes to practice ourselves. Just bring your attention in front of your nose and your upper lip area and allow your inhalation, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens, without disturbing, without interfering to it, just recognize. Physically let everything to settle down itself and keep a unmovable posture if it is possible. And bring your collective awareness that whatever the thoughts go here and there, bring it back again and again. We have deeper nature with our human mind always wiring and projecting towards future or the past. So in this very moment, we slowly bring that ability to the present moment. Try to connect or wire your entire brain and connect your heart with it and bring your whole human body to the present moment and just be with it. So your right palm on your left, neck head straight in one line. And be comfortable with your posture and bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Swapatveva or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved this wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply breathing, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. Recognize it through the sensation. Do nothing extra. Bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata cha ammi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddhang pujemi dhammang pujemi sanghang pujemi attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadhi maranam ha paribunjissami Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.